Chapter 3, The Unfinished Puzzle. So much so that he's read our script, or written it, according to some, which is another conundrum for me, the all-knowing ability that some people perceive of God. Like, yeah, I get it. He knows the beginning because he was there, and he's definitely going to know the end because he'll be there as well. But to know the end to the T, now see, that's where I start to disbelieve. Because what this says to me is he knew Eve was going to grab that fruit. Just like he knew he was going to have to do what he was going to have to do. He knew he was going to have to serve up his son one day, leave him screaming to the sky like, "Why, Yahweh?" He sure didn't know. It was all because somebody was going to eat fruit a couple thousand years before that. No, Jesus did not know that, but God did. And when you think about it like that, if you're thinking about it like that, the first word that comes to my mind is sadistic. What? Talk about playing games, but taking it to the next level, sadistically. But see, that's not how I perceive God's all-knowing ability. No, for me, it's something more like this. Like, Sherlock, and I know he's a character, but he's a character based off someone. And to be honest with you, even if that's someone, there's multiple someones out there that have the ability, just like Sherlock, where they can read and study a person's patterns and behaviors and tell you if they're the killer, if they're not the killer, what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. They can't do it to a T because there's some variables that they can't account for. And the variable they can't account for is life. Life is so crazy. Life is so spontaneous. It'll throw all types of curveballs at you, just like... But see, imagine God like that, but times God, okay? Because not only does God got a front row seat into our lives, I mean, he puts the NSA to shame, don't need a camera or anything, just be looking down like, okay, I see you. Doing good for yourself, Gucci indeed. Keep doing you, playboy. So, boom, godly intuition. Boom, security abilities. Boom, what's the third top? Here's the third topping to that. And this is all I got. There's probably more than that, if we being honest. If I'm being honest, okay? But the third one is he's got a keen insight into the hearts and the minds of us as well. Something that no other person can grasp. He's got it all, baby. So yeah, he knows a lot. All-knowing indeed. But to the T of what they think? No, I don't think so. Yeah, he knows that drunken Dan, the likelihood of something bad happening to him is high up there. But he don't know what exactly it's going to be. It could be anything. Drunken Dan can wrap his car around a tree or finally come home and beat his wife to death and get sent off to death row. He don't know that the tragedy that's going to happen is that one day Drunken Dan is going to be just driving crazy, enjoying his jams until he slams his car into a family van, killing all the occupants inside except for one life, one of God's favorite children, Joe, a good old soul. And the reason why Joe is one of God's favorites is because Joe loves everyone else above himself. The whole community felt that blow. Even God himself, yo. It also hurt God to know that Joe didn't believe in him anymore. Not in the sense that he didn't believe he existed. Just in the sense that he had Joe's best interests. That night left a mark on Joe's heart. A mark that brought the light to the dark with just one spark. It began to grow and set them apart. Yes, God knows that bad things could happen to Joe in life, because life is spontaneous like that, okay? But the likelihood of something happening to him was slim to none compared to Drunken Dan. And when you start thinking about God's creation, like he knows everything to the T, then you start diluting the beauty of everything. The mystery and the wonder, the intricacy of his creation is so crazy. There's certain things that you just can't account for. You see what I'm saying? Because the beauty of it is the mystery, the wonder, the surprise of what's going to happen next. What's going to happen? Just think about it. Speaking of creations, though, you know one thing God hasn't created? One thing? Like, it's probably a couple of things he hasn't created. Like the 69 or the blowjob. Yeah. But one thing God has never created, though, was the idea of currency. Nope. That was man's bright idea. An idea that would help give value to some while slowly sucking the soul out of others, leaving nothing behind but a husk of hopelessness. So if that's the case, why do you think God needs your money? Is it something as funny as having to pay off debts with the devil? He's up there playing games and sometimes the devil wins. He'll like, ha! I did it again after the 113th time. I'm on a roll. I wouldn't say a roll, but I'm on a roll something. Now pay me up, man. And don't be giving me none of that heaven currency. I don't want money you can just pull at your ass. I want some of them human currency. Because I'm on this place now called Earth. I don't know if you heard of it. Fantastic spot. Great chances for me to get wild. You know what I'm saying? Just flex my style. So yes, I need some of that. Preferably euros. You know, if you got Americans, so what? I'll take them. Whatever. And just one more thing before we settle up. Don't you dare try to hit me with that funny money, Playboy. I am not the one, okay? I got my man's here. He gonna check and make sure everything's on the up and up, okay? Better not be nothing fishy. None of that counterfeit. Better be coming straight from the pulpit. I got a reputation to uphold, okay? Pay up, baby. People are out there literally trying to pay their way into heaven through either money or just being the best boy and Girl Scout they can be. And of course, money. You can't forget the money, money, money. You cannot forget the money. It's a key essential ingredient to get there. Cha-ching. What's the point of earth if you're just going to end up in heaven anyways, right? Is it like a training process to see who's worthy enough to get to heaven? Because if so, it's definitely not a process that worked for Lucifer. Or maybe going to heaven was something God came up with after the rebellion? I don't know. It's like, we're feeling kind of light up here. We need some more bodies. You know what? Let's invite humans, but not just any humans. You know what I find also funny? I mean, it just makes me just laugh down from the bottom of my gut. Is when people tell me this one thing. Anyone can get into heaven. Anyone, you hear me? As long as they accept Jesus Christ into their hearts as their Lord and Savior and truly mean it. You hear me? Truly mean it. Oh, anyone, you say. What's so funny about that, man? Well, it's so funny because it makes me think of a story about a man named John. Who's John? John, he's a good guy. A guy that made his way to heaven. And he was out just living his best life. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying every day until he saw a familiar face. What's wrong with the face? Well, the face was a face that had terrorized his neighborhood for many years, man. Oh, really? Yeah. And John, he's a little thrown back. He's like, what's going on here? I'm a little confused. I'm like, am I having a nightmare? I didn't think you could have nightmares in heaven. Or maybe I'm not even in heaven. Maybe I'm in the bad place and they've been tricking me with good stuff and now things start to go downhill. Oh my God, I thought I was a good guy. But no, calm down, John. There's none of that. To be honest with you, there's little stuff you don't know, details you don't know. I mean, you could ask the guy, but what happened? Well, see, I'll tell you what happened. Little does he know, John, no, you're still a good guy. This is heaven. No, what happened was this man that terrorized John's neighborhood for many years, who also happened to kill John's daughter and rape her as well. We don't want to forget those tidbits. He was just out there living his best life till, the law caught up to him. Justice finally came. Not for John's daughter, though. They never really found enough evidence to convict him on that. But they found other things to convict him on. And he was sent to prison. And as death started to slowly close in on him, boom, 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 he got to thinking to himself, now that I'm thinking about it, just pondering for a second, I might not be that great of a guy. I might not actually get into heaven. I might go to the bad place. And I don't want to go to the bad place because I heard bad things about the bad place. There's nothing good about the bad place. That's why they call it the bad place. And I don't want to end up in the bad place. Oh my God, what am I going to do? But you know what? What? Luckily for him, he also heard there's a way out to escape such bad things. Oh, he did? Wait a minute. Yes, you know what it is. Oh no. Yes, he did. He found this beautiful nugget of jewel of information through a pastor. Can you guess who's pastor? God's pastor. Well, they're all God's pastor. But this specific pastor was John's pastor. Oh, no. Yes, oh, no, indeed. Can you believe that? John's pastor helped John's enemy get a ticket into that great life in the sky. But John's daughter's not here. Nope, she's not here. She coincidentally lost her faith in Jesus Christ right around the time she died. Go figure, right? And John's wife, sadly, she's not here because she took her life shortly after the tragedy that befell their daughter. So John's up here solo as far as family is concerned right now. So let me ask you a question or two. These two men, do they get the same size mansions or is there levels to this? You know what I'm saying? Are they allowed to go on the same rides, get the same type of benefits? They both get wings. Question number 2. Does John harbor any negative feelings towards the guy? Or is he just void of all ill-willed emotions? Just happier than a motherfucking clam to finally be in that great place. Maybe that's why Lucifer got mad, huh? Why he caused the whole rebellion. He didn't get a chance to play in this crazy contest we call life. Or maybe that's how he got to heaven. He too was once human. Maybe he was John. See, that's the problem with their stories. Too many contradictions. Like I said earlier, I believe God is first and foremost a parent. And just like any loving parent, he wants to see his children prosper. So when he created us, he gave us the tools not just to survive, but to thrive here on earth. Because he doesn't want us out here just getting by with life. Nah, he wants us to fly. Or at least that's what I believe. Who knows? Maybe he does step in from time to time to help keep things in balance, push people who are going in the right direction to help them along, laugh at the people who ain't. I hope you do a little better. Okay, where my popcorn at? Or maybe he just washes his hands of us and says, do your own thing. I'm here just to scribe and write to see how this all goes down like a crazy scientist. Well, not crazy, just, a scientist. Just normal stuff. Who really knows? The point that I'm trying to make, though, is I believe he gave us everything we would need to have heaven right here, right now on earth. The problem is some people want it all to themselves. But we can change that, folks. We can change that indeed. All we need to do is start working together as one. Because you see, God's creation wasn't 7 billion different pieces, but it was one, just one puzzle. We out here not seeing the true vision, the true beauty of God's creation because we living in an unfinished puzzle. The pieces are scattered everywhere. Yes, we're different. We always gonna have some different opinions, but differences is what make us special while also bringing something unique to the table. You hear what I'm saying? You digging it? Let me ask you a question. Why do some supposed men of God, aka pastors, be living comfortably with big houses and fancy cars, while their subjects, their people, are starving and suffering in the street? Why do you think that? Stop giving your money to these churches, because God don't need your money. You do. And the less unfortunate around you, especially when we're living in a world where currency runs everything. Do you hear me? Everything. God don't need your money, your loyalty, your respect, your fear, or your motherfucking power. He needs nothing from us because he is God, okay? Do you not grasp that? What he does want, though, is for us all to get along. But he can't make us because, again, he gave us free will. He can't make the Jews play nice with the Iranians more than he can make the white men love or respect the black people, etc., 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 etc. What he can do is just wish for the best and hope that we learn. And how do we learn? By making a change. By stop playing the game. Because we ain't ever going to win if we keep playing games. We're going to keep getting lost. Further and further down the rabbit hole we going to go. Alice ain't in the Wonderland. We's in the Wonderland, folks. End of chapter 3.